We are not so much invested in Australia. Obviously, of course, we are also watching closely the data. I mean, it's not a surprise that Q2 numbers have been rising quite a lot. I mean, this is comparable to other regions in the world after we have seen quite a severe lockdown at the beginning of the year, and hence, of course, numbers are down. And now this is that kind of catch-up demand we see across the globe. Coming back to the Australian markets, I mean, typically when you look at Australia, it's mostly into commodities and of course also financials. But when we are investing, it's rather Asia and not Asia Pacific. So hence, this market is not really of interest for us.
Okay, but China is of interest to everyone, Tuan. What did you make of the slowdown, the contraction we are seeing in the private gauge of manufacturing activity?
Absolutely. I mean, this number doesn't come unexpected. So we have seen some weakness in the previous weeks and months already. And that's why we have also lowered our growth forecasts for Chinese GDP this year. We lower it from 8.7 to now 8.2%. I think it is due to the weakness I've just mentioned. But overall, I think China is still here moving ahead and also moving in the right direction. And of course, with further weakness in the economy, you might expect here something coming from the PBOC in order to support the economy. So it can also be, of course, considered as a positive as well.
Okay, how significant is China's slowdown a risk for US's growth outlook for the remainder of this year?
Not really, I have to say. I mean, of course, we have to also carefully watch as what I just mentioned about Australia. I mean, the Delta variant has played quite an important role, and it has rather an impact on the production side. We have seen producer prices staying at elevated level because of supply disruption. And if, of course, cases what we have seen in the past where ports have been closed due to the rise of the Delta variant, then of course it adds to this overall supply chain disruption, and hence it has an impact on global growth. But we are not so concerned also that it spill over to other parts of the world. But we have also slightly decreased our US GDP forecast this year as well due to all this supply chain disruption.